This is Caroline Connor as Elsa Wertman from Spoon River and Blanche DuBois from A Streetcar Named Desire. I was a peasant girl from Germany, blue-eyed, rosy, happy, and strong. And the first place I worked was at Thomas Green's. On a summer's day when she was away, he snuck into the kitchen and took me right in his arms and kissed me on my neck, I turning my head. Then neither of us seemed to know what happened. And I cried for what would become of me, and cried as my secret began to show. One day, Mrs. Green said she understood and would make no trouble for me, and being childless, would adopt it. He had given her a farm to be still. So she hid in the house and sent out rumors as if it were going to happen to her. And all went well, and the child was born. They were so kind to me. And I married Gus Wertman, and years passed. But during political rallies, when sitters-by thought I was crying at the eloquence of Hamilton Green, that was not it. No, I wanted to say, that's my son. That's my son. He was a boy, just a boy when I was a very young girl. When I was 16, I made the discovery, love, all at once and much, much too completely. It was like you suddenly turned a spotlight on something that had always been half in shadow. That's how it struck the world for me. But I was unlucky, deluded. There was something different about the boy, a nervousness, a tenderness and softness which wasn't like a man's. Although he wasn't the least bit effeminate looking, still that thing was there. He came to me for help. I didn't know that. I didn't find out anything till after our marriage, when we'd run away and come back. And all I knew was I'd failed him in some mysterious way and couldn't give him the help he needed, but couldn't ask of. He was in the quicksands and clutching at me, but I wasn't holding him out, I was slipping in with him. I didn't know that. I didn't know anything, except I loved him, unendurably, but wasn't able to help him or help myself. And then I found out, in the worst of all possible ways, by coming suddenly into a room that I thought was empty, but wasn't empty, but had two people in it. The boy I had married, and an older gentleman who had been his friend for years. Afterwards, we pretended as though nothing had been discovered. Yes, the three of us drove out to Moon Lake Casino, very drunk, and laughing all the way. We danced the Varsuviana. Suddenly, in the middle of the dance, the boy I had married broke away from me and ran out of the casino. A few moments later, a shot. I ran out. All did. All ran and gathered about the terrible thing at the edge of the lake. I couldn't get near for crowding. Somebody caught my arm and said, "Don't go any closer. Come back. You don't want to see." See? See what? Then voices were saying, Alan, the gray boy. He'd stuck a revolver into his mouth and fired, so that the back of his head had been blown away. it was because on the dance floor, unable to control myself, I had suddenly said, "I saw. I know. You disgust me." And then the searchlight, which had been turned on the world, was turned off again. And never for one moment since has there been any light stronger than that kitchen candle.